I'd like to address the board, keep on following section 8.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and for your kindness in correcting me earlier when I jumped up on Chair and Walter's comment. My attention was diverted and I was listening for the public comment word and heard it and jumped right up. The county has, let me bring something to your attention so we can help close out some books here, get some things straightened out in Bowersville. The county has in its possession an open request dated July the 16th, 2019, properly submitted with the required supporting documents for SPLOST funds reimbursement of $5,700. Expense from the town of Bowersville general funds account. The legitimacy of the request is irrefutable. As a property owner, taxpayer, and registered voter in the town of Bowersville, I respectfully request the immediate reimbursement of these funds, requested funds, to allow the town to close and balance its 2019 books and to prepare an audit, an upcoming audit. The presentation of complete and accurate records to the auditor is paramount, and obtaining a fair and honest report to people as required by law. As you're aware, the required annual audit of SPLOST funds is also dependent upon the submission of complete and accurate records by the county. The last business days of December 2019 are fast approaching. Time is of the essence. So I'm requesting that the $5,700 SPLOST funds be reimbursed so we can close the books in Bowersville.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? If not, can I get a motion to go into executive session?
Mr. Chairman, I think they deserve an answer. And what you suggest, I think you
Think you should come from the city of Bowersville?
Well, I'm gonna have to get into this, because I've been stuck in the middle of this since it started. And I'll ask the attorney to step up, or you're gonna have to make this legitimate, I guess. We have an intergovernmental agreement, am I right or not?
Well, we have many.
I'm talking about with the town of Bowersville, county, and Gulf, on SPLOST.
Yes.
Okay, now that decision on that intergovernmental agreement was made July 13th, 2017. And that was pertaining to if it passed. So it passed, so the agreement to make the payments is when they submit the invoice, has already been paid. And this board has no choice or no authority to say no or yea. Am I right or not?
It is a part of the agreement. It is within the amount set forth in that agreement for Bowersville, and it is a road project. But it is certainly within the amount of the budget, or the amount of SPLOST that's allocated to Bowersville.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Gordon, the language on that ballot was stated that for, I believe it was $72,000 for capital outlay improvements of streets and roads. I think that's almost verbatim as to what was on the ballot. What we're talking about here is the speed humps that were put down in Bowersville that caused all the controversy. And you read these traffic studies, and there's a lot of different opinions out there, but I don't consider that a capital outlay. If they had resurfaced the road and put it down, then that would be, I think, a different story. When you go back and look at since we don't talk about this, put all the facts on the thing. And I'm gonna ask you, when it was voted on by the city of Bowersville, was it voted to use SPLOST money? I think that's a key component.
I know they turned in the invoice. Well, here's the deal, this is what I'm getting at, and nowhere in that agreement, nowhere in the law, do I see that this board has any policing authority over the payment of that money. That agreement was made, it's up to the cities and municipalities to certify that project is, and as far as I know, they have done it. And what Mr. Nolan said, it is pertinent that they have that done by December 31st. I don't think the county needs to be tied up in an audit or in a report that says we owe Bowersville money, we not paying, and I don't think Bowersville needs to be in a position to say the county owes them money, and they not getting that money. This board has no authority to say yea or nay on that. this is done deal in that
Since
agreement.
this board has no authority to say yea or nay, what are we talking about?
Well, that's right, why we even talk about the check should have been wrote long time ago.
If you wanna make that motion, go ahead.
You don't need to make a motion, it's already in the agreement.
I'll make a motion that we do not pay the SPLOST. I've said that all along, it doesn't conform to the language in the ballot that we put out there. I don't feel like it was properly used as far as, when the motion was made, there was no part of the discussion at all, according to the minutes, about using SPLOST. I'll put that out there as a motion that we deny that request. Is there a second?
I'll say, Mr. Chairman, on the basis of, I do not think it qualifies as far as road improvements in what you can spend splash money on.
Okay, what law are you basing that on? We have no authority to do that. None whatsoever.
There is laws that says what you can spend splash money
No,
on.
that's not for us to decide. The enforcement is the town of Bowersville.
You took the oath of office to uphold the law, did you not, Commissioner Carson?
Well, show me in the law where we got the right to withhold that money.
I
Do
have
we
a
have
motion.
that right?
I have a motion and a
I don't
second.
care what you got, you do not
You're
have
out
the
of
right
order.
to it, well, maybe I will, and I may get worse out of it.
No, you're not.
But the
Don't
fact
believe
is-
what you're gonna do.
The fact is, you have no right to withhold that money. I'm gonna make some points. We have in, this county has reimbursed,
We'll move into discussion, so you may have the floor to speak.
okay. We have reimbursed the town of Bowersville $23,885.66 for water projects and equipment purchase. That never come before this vote. Not whatsoever. We have no voting authority to deny or turn in that money.
Okay, let me ask you something. That's a capital project, is it not?
I guess.
So do you consider a speed hump a capital project?
According to what our attorney
Do
said,
you
he said,
consider that? I'm asking you.
if it's roadworthy, and it's in the law, yeah.
I disagree.
That's what I said, we don't have the authority to disagree with that.
But we are the keepers of that money. We are responsible for making sure that those expenditures are handled correctly. They go through the county. The city of Hartwell is a different story. They get their money every month.
Okay, how many cities in this county have we policed with their SPLOST fund? I've never seen anything, I've never seen payments that's been made to town of Hart come before this board, nor have I seen any other city come before this board.
All of them
For
except
approval.
Marvin.
Do what now?
All I wanna get into is, let me make a comment, okay? When those requests come through my office, I look at them, okay? Do they have documentation with them, are they for the projects, lines that are approved in the budget? If they are, is in order, I forward them on to Betty. Betty writes the checks. I've always had one of y'all, it's got the right, it's got to sign it, check with the tax paperwork to verify that it's proper. So yes, they all are screened as they come through, to answer your question about everybody, everybody's reading something, they all screen.
But it never comes to this board for approval. You look at the documentation,
I
see,
just, again,
and according to our governmental agreement, and I'll read this right here. Let me see. It says right here, county or respective municipalities are required to fulfill the terms of this agreement and in compliance with state law, the cities of Washington County and Bowersville shall furnish to the county accurate copies of all invoices, receipts, council checks, and other documents necessary to maintain the required records and annually report the same as required by OCGA 48-122. And also says these documents shall be certified to the county by the respective city's financial officer or chief elected official. So tell me again why we have authority to confirm or deny payment to this town or any other town.
I mean, what the agreement contemplates is that the county is responsible for submitting the audit to the state. The, one exception is the city of Hartwell, and that was negotiated about two SPLOSTs ago. Where the city of Hartwell, because of its, ability to audit the funds, they were conferred that authority by the board. They accepted the fact that they would do the accounting, they would, do the auditing, they would certify the funds to, the Department of Revenue, and they would, publish the, advertisements in the newspaper, which are required to be published to inform the public on how money is being expended. All of the other cities, which would be, Canton, Bowersville, and Royston, they all fell within the umbrella. None of those cities asked for an independent ability to audit and account to the, Department of Revenue. And the county has to do that auditing. Now, that doesn't really hit the question, but that does tell you what the county's responsibility is, and that's to, audit funds and report compliance to the DOR and to publish the results.
Okay, I'm gonna read OCGA 48-8-122, the one that thing referred to. The governing authority of the county and the governing authority of each municipality receiving any proceeds from the tax under this part or under Article 4 of this chapter shall maintain a record of each and every project for which the proceeds of the tax are used, not later than December 31st of each year. The governing authority of each local government receiving any proceeds from the tax under this part shall publish annually in a newspaper, general circulation, in the boundaries of such government and prominent location on the local government website. So that tells me that both governments has to report.
Well, no, it says that that has to be done, but in the agreement made on the last two SPLOST, or actually on the last three, the responsibility for reporting, was taken by the county. That's all by
That
agreement.
ain't what that said.
I wanna interject
But it's in
something.
the agreement.
I think it's gonna take care of all this. If you go and look at the Bowersville City Charter, it says that the mayor shall provide a capital outlay expenditures at the beginning of each year. And it has to be approved by the council. I don't think that ever happened. We got a council member here, and I don't think that happened, did it not?
I'll have to look back on my notes,
So-
offhand, I don't know.
To even request it, if you're not following your own charter, and you're not following your own guidelines that have been established by the enabling legislation, which was voted on by the state legislature, it's petty to even be coming here asking for that.
Well,
If
there
we want to
again,
debate it
it's-
more, I'll be more than happy to debate it more. I got a lot more I can talk about,
It's not really our place to dictate to them how they run their city.
but they gotta follow their own protocols.
That's different.
That's
That's
right.
not ours.
So until that happens, I don't see that it's even.
That's getting totally out of the picture. I want to see somebody show me where we have authority.
We're gonna vote on it here in just a minute.
You don't have authority.
We got a motion and a second on the floor.
You don't have the authority to say
We're
that.
gonna vote, let's see.
Right, I'm gonna say this too. Nowhere in agreement or in the law have I found that the BOC has any policing or enforcement authority for compliance, nor does the county have any liability if they do not comply. OCGA 48-8-121, item 3 states, in the event that a qualified municipality fails to comply with requirements in this part, the county within a special district shall not be held liable for such non-compliance. 48-8-124 gives the enforcement to the Superior Court. So nowhere in this agreement does it give us the authority to vote yes or no, where they can do that. It's already been made. And the only way you can change this agreement is by all people that signed it, all council. Am I right or wrong on that?
The only way to alter the agreement is with the affirmative vote of all of the signers, yes.
And if we sit here and vote on where they get their money, will that not be off on this agreement?
You know, Mr. Commissioner, I really don't know. I think that the issue here is, was that expenditure a capital improvement authorized by the law? And I can tell you that regardless of what my opinion may be, that's the central issue. And there is a division of opinion within the Board of Commissioners as to whether or not it is an allowable capital expenditure or expenditure of capital improvements for roads. In cases where, terms like this may not be clear, as a general rule, a court will interpret it and then make a ruling on it. I would hate to see it come to that, but I can simply tell you that there is a division of opinion among the Board of Commissioners as to whether or not it constitutes a capital improvement for road purposes, and my personal opinion doesn't really enter into it.
Well, you hadn't answered my question. This agreement was made by all parties.
It was.
So the only way that we as a board can vote to not pay that or vote to pay it is by changing this agreement. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I think the only way you can substantively change the agreement, not procedurally, because this is a procedural issue, but substantively to change it, would require the agreement of all parties. This was something that was done, in fact, at the request of the city of Bowersville in the last SPLOST. You may remember that we had to go through the effort of holding a special election.
Because of changing of the
Right.
expenditures, because the money was not gonna be spent the way it was allocated to be
The
spent.
way it was originally outlined in the agreement for SPLOST 4, the city's priorities changed, and when it's on the ballot as it is, and then there's a redirection of the funds, it's more than just a government, that it takes more than just the approval of the government. It does require a public vote, and that's what was done. There was a countywide referendum, and the voters authorized the change.
And, you know, going back in 2017, Mayor John Bailey had a traffic study conducted. And if you read that traffic study, it said not to put speed breakers, speed humps on East Main Street. It talked about the fire department being there. It talked about some other factors. It talked about, basically contradicted everything that was said by a subsequent traffic study that the city of Bowersville spent $15,000 on, and used that to justify putting 4 speed breakers down that was on an emergency services corridor to the hospital. No involvement at all, no forethought to think about, let's look at emergency services. Nobody thought about the school buses and those poor kids in the back of those buses until, you know, it started causing problems. So $15,000 more was spent on another traffic study that basically contradicted a little bit and even got a lower speed limit there. Because there's emails out there I've seen where the person who did this, ironically nicknamed Speedy, said that the speed limit had to be 25 miles, less than 30 miles per hour, I think is what it said. Yeah, I look at this as not being a capital outlay project. If the road had been resurfaced, then that's a different situation. That road is coming to pieces. SPLOST is too important to all of us to sit and use it on something that I don't feel like it should be, especially something controversial.
That goes back to what we were talking about earlier, speed breakers and all that, it has no bearing on it. We still do not have the police in the park. This board does not have the right to deny them the claim of that money. And if you say it does, somebody show me what says we can't. Can I see that?
Should have even been brought to us. No, it shouldn't have, because they didn't follow their own protocols.
That's beside the point.
That's not it.
Yes, it is. We don't have no right to dictate to them what they do in their meetings. If they come to us with a legitimate excuse, a
Nobody's done
legitimate
what they-
thing,
Nobody,
then
done anything in their
it's
meetings.
not our idea or our place to tell them they can't do it.
Yes, ma'am, you'll come to me,
What now?
come to me.
Okay, I'm Kelly Cagle, I'm from the Bowersville County Council. In 2016, when I went in, I tried to find that road study that John Bailey said. There was no such thing, nothing. It was just a person who came and said what he wanted. I don't know where you get this
He
road
was
study.
not,
I don't, we couldn't find the road study.
it's awful funny, it was obtained through the open records request.
That maybe ours, the one we did, no,
Those two.
no,
Those two.
because Debbie and Jim could not find that road study.
We get way off track.
There's no first road study at all. The only road study that was done was when I got into office and I got Wilburn to come out and do that road study.
There was one before, this is.
Well, you provided me that one, cause it's not in down there in Bowersville at all.
I'm happy to.
Okay. The reason for the speed bumps was to slow the people down. And to take some of the road traffic, as in some of the trucks, because our roads are messing up, and the weight of the trucks is causing the roads to crumble. See, all the roads, even Adams Town Road, that's messing up because all the trucks from Agstrong is going out that way too. And there's potholes everywhere. The reason for the speed is to slow the people down and get some of the truck traffic off our roads. We can take a part of some of the trucks, but not all. Most of the Floyd Farm trucks come down our direction a lot. And our road beds are not up to standard for that. Even the study said that.
All right, I have a motion and a
I
second.
got another question.
We're gonna wrap this up.
All right, we paid them capital, what you call capital improvements. The way it reads in there, in this agreement, miscellaneous capital improvements to town equipment. Now, does that mean purchasing equipment or improving the equipment?
I think the purchase a lawnmower,
Yeah, I know what it does.
that kind of equipment.
But that's not what it says right here, it don't say purchase, it says capital improvements to the town equipment.
Well, capital improvement is purchase of a new piece of equipment,
Put a new motor on more.
or you put a new motor on the old. Both of them capital.
I don't say purchase, but I still say we don't have the authority to deny, or approve or deny. And if we're gonna deny them, then we're gonna start having everything from every city coming to us before this board, approve or deny.
We hadn't had problems on any of the cities that I know
That's
of.
possible.
And until they put speed breakers down in front of our fire department, we didn't have a problem with ours.
They weren't in front of it.
Let me address Ricky's comment question. That's more than, if y'all want that to be the procedure, I have no problem with it, bringing everyone in front. But they all go through the same checkpoint, this, that, and the other,
Now, who approves our stuff to make sure that it's up to par?
all in the state.
So let's improve.
We also order theirs. The money they get goes through our auditors.
But is it certified what it's expended on?
By the documentation they send in, it certainly is.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion and a second, that we not do that reimbursement. Any more discussion?
I do.
You've already had your chance.
I'll let her speak.
Raise your right hand.
Let her speak.
I agree.
Steve, we have one opportunity to speak. We don't come back. If you speak out again, we'll ask you to leave. You're out of order, okay? So I have a motion and a second that we do not pay this, SPLOST expenditure as requested. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed?
I'm not voting, but we don't have authority to vote.
Motion carried 3-1. You get a motion that we go into executive session for litigation.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for litigation.
All in favor, raise your right